Okay, today's video is 4.6 Conditionals Investigate. The prompt is going to start just like this. A water park will let a visitor on a ride if they are 48 or more inches tall, or they are 14 years old or older. A flowchart could be used to show this decision using comparison operators, which are these, and logical operators, which are these, to write a Boolean expression. I want you guys to think about which one of the logical operators would you need for this prompt right here. Okay? If you said the two parallel lines for the or, you would be correct. A little bit of review from yesterday. Okay, we're going to move on. Make sure that you guys don't get these two words confused, the when and if. If you hear or see a when in a code, that means there is an event, like an event handler that needs to be responded to like a clicking. Okay, usually you guys see when buttons clicked. Okay, that is a when. An if means there's a conditional statement that decides what piece of code to run. The app does something if a Boolean expression evaluates to true. If it's false, it moves on to the next part. Okay, and we'll talk more about that here in just a second. What you guys need to do is the next part is pause the video, pause my video, and you need to go and open this video right here, right now. Open that video and watch it. Now that you've watched that video, we're going to move on. We're going to do this part. We're going to explain this, what section of code you were assigned for. So you guys at home, you guys are going to get to do the whole thing on your own, but I'll do it with you. So basically you're going to click on Unit 4, Lesson 6, number 3. And we are going to, you can click run and play the game. Basically every time you mouse over a lemon, it makes a sound, gives me a score. If I hit the line, it takes the life away. So basically what we're going to do is write what happens in the code. Okay? So in lines 2 and 3, we're going to be very general. So lines 2 and 3, or we'll just say, we don't have to say the lines. We'll say setting two variables. You don't have to be specific. On line 6, it says when play button clicked. When play button clicked, what's it doing? It is setting, or it gives you 3 lives. It's going to set the score in lives. It's going to, I will say, show score and lives. And also plays a sound. And it sets the game screen. Hopefully you guys are able to do this on your own. Okay? For the second one, on line 16, it says when the lemon is moused over. So when hover mouse over lemon, what happens? The score increases by 1. Score increases by 1. It moves the lemon's X and Y to different randoms. Okay, so basically it moves the location. Moves location of lemon and lime. Okay, and it updates our score and lives. Updates score and lives. Okay. For the event from 33 to 53, it says when they hover the mouse over the line. So when hover mouse over line, it's going to decrease your life by 1. Decrease lives by 1. Then it's going to move my lemon and lime. Moves location of lemon and lime, just like it did on the last one. It's going to update my score and lives. Score and lives. And down here is your first time you've seen a blue statement. This is a conditional statement. This one says if lives is less than 0, We'll say if lives less than 0, set start screen. And tell me my score and ask me if I want to play again. Tell me my score and ask if I want to play again. Now, I really hope you guys don't just stop right here and start copying everything I have. I hope you actually look at the code and try to actually trace it, code trace it like we just did. Try to read it for yourself, okay? You won't learn anything by just doing what I'm doing. The one problem with this code, though, is that when you play it and you actually get to lives 0, it'll let you keep playing. How many games do you know if you have 0 lives you get to keep playing? Well, not many, okay? It's because the code says if lives is less than 0. The way we could fix that is we could fix it in a couple different ways. And I'm going to let you guys think about it, but I could fix it by saying if lives less than 1, so I could just change that to a 1 and easily fix it. Or I could show the text, and I could go if lives less than or equal to 0. Or if I could go if lives is actually equal to 0, I have to put 2 equal signs to show that it's actually equal to. Okay? Or I could just put, and I already said lives less than 1. So we'll just keep it right here. Once you guys do this, show your blocks again, scroll down and snip this part of your code right here and put that in a screenshot right here. For the next part, you guys are going to go back and you're going to watch this video and this video. They're going to explain a little bit about else statements. So if else, basically else meaning if the first part is not true, it's going to default and do the second part. Okay? Once you've watched both of those videos, we guys are going to click on number 6. And once you are here, you guys are going to hit run and you're going to play this again. You're going to play it, and notice when I play this, notice my lemon got smaller and smaller, okay? And you guys can play around and see how many you get, but basically the code kind of changed a little bit. Let's look how the code changed. The code right here on this event handler, when the lemon is moused over, it gave me a conditional state or a condition statement or if statement that says if my score is greater than 10, then do this. If this becomes false, then drop down to the next part. It says if my score is greater than 5, do this. Well, if that's false though, then drop down and just do the very last part. This is your default. This will happen if both of those are false. Okay, this will happen no matter what if those are false. Okay. Your objective for this part is to figure out if you guys can see if you can make the lemon shrink even smaller if the score was 15, was greater than 15. And I've asked some kids in my class, and if you've watched the videos, you will learn how to do this. The best way to do this is to click the plus button, and you can start by moving everything down 1, because basically you just needed to add another if statement. Okay, so we have in this code, if my score is greater than 10, do this. Score is greater than 5, do this. At the very top, we're going to have the same thing, and we're going to put 15. If score, my variable, is greater than 15, I want to do the same thing over here. So I'm going to go to my UI controls, set property, and I'm going to set the property of the lemon width to, and it went from 140, 160, and let's not drop it another 40 more. Let's just drop it to 20 more. So we'll go to 40. If my lemon, one was width, the other one was height, the other, we need to change it to 40. This would be your answer. And you guys could test it by just throwing out a number. So if my score was 11 right now. So if my score is 11, then this makes this false. Is 11 greater than 15? False. So it goes to the next one. Is 11 greater than 10? That's true. Then my width and height of my lemon is going to remain 60. Then you could try 16. Is 16 greater than 15? Then that's true. Then go ahead and just do this one. Forget everything else. Okay? And you guys could keep trying different numbers to see how it works. But I'm going to reset, play it, and see if I can get to 15, or actually 16, without losing too many lives. Notice I'm at 15. See how it got even smaller there. Okay, and it even gave me an error message down here because I spelled lemon with an E. Okay. All right, anyways, once you guys get done with this part, I want you to snip it and then put it inside level 6. I'll come back with a video tomorrow to finish our last part of this worksheet.